on the plane to Tobago. Hello and welcome back. It's time for Chit Chat with two T's. As usual, I am your host, counseling psychologist, jvaldez, and with me today is a very special guest in a very special episode. We are on location for the very first time in Tobago.
Tobago.
So we have our first Tobagonian male. If you remember season 2, we would have had clinical sexologist on Onika Henry. So she was our first Tobagonian. Right, but now our first Tobagonian male is here, Mr. Jaredprima. Yay!
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
You like that?
Yeah.
And I like to make our guests feel welcome.
That's good hype. I like that.
So maybe you could, I'm not going to tell our guests our viewers anything. You can tell us about yourself.
All right. So I wear a lot of hats. I am a film director, acting coach, writer. I want to say cleaner as well. Cleaner meaning if you have a project, I can help you make it better. I can enhance it. I can clean it up, logistics and so on. So I'm like the male Olivia Pope. That's what I call myself. You know? And because it's also a full-time job, I'm also a dad and a husband.
Right. That's two more full-time jobs right there. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh my
That's why I drink coffee.
So he's already jumped ahead to what's in his cup, right? So we have, this is also a very special episode because this is the first episode where we have our sponsors, Cafe Barista, right? Today, and that is what is in Jared's cup. Yes. This special drip he's using give me strength because you heard all the things he does, and that's why he needs strength. But they also have perk me up, right? So if you need a little perk, but he needs more than that. Yeah. He needs strength. So that's what's in your cup. So you say you live on this?
I live on this. As a matter of fact, I literally heard the whole noise in the grocery when I saw that.
Yeah.
And then my daughter, she's 9, she's a dancer and a performer like me.
Right.
We had a full-on session of singing, "Now watch me drip, watch me nay-nay."
Okay.
Just because of this. This was life for me.
Yeah.
And so far it's really been helping me because I'm addicted to coffee. I'm a 5-year addict by now.
Yes.
And the flavor of this.
It smells so good.
It's
like
amazing.
I am not a big coffee drinker, but I'm smelling this and
it's fantastic.
I want to try it now.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's not instant gets you through life.
Yeah.
Instant has a taste.
Yes.
This is the full drip experience.
Yes.
Drip the name. And the taste is phenomenal.
It looks great. I saw him putting it into the cup, and it comes with its own filter. And you just put the water.
It's very nicely on top. Yeah, it's really cute. Yeah, it's really nice.
It's honestly Cafe Barista. Clearly, you have won with this. I will give my reviews when I actually tasted. Ricardo and I will have our own tasting. Ricardo is our producer / editor / content creator / any number of slashes you want to put in there.
/ also coffee addict as well.
/ fellow coffee addict, right? So we will do our own feature where we will give you our reviews. But I mean, this alone is selling it.
This is fantastic.
Right? But because it is Tobago, we also wanted to support a Tobagonian business. So we have LCJ Delights, right? So I am having what I have now come to love a lot. This is cocoa shell and bay leaf.
Well, that's wonderful.
It smells amazing.
Yeah.
Probably not, you don't appreciate it as much.
No, I also love teas.
Okay.
I'm a coffee addict, so no matter what, I'll drink coffee.
Right.
But I love the aroma of teas, and this is actually a pretty great brand.
This smells so good, and I'm in love with it. So this is what I'm having because I'm not a coffee addict. I'll have it when I have it. But the tea is, oh my gosh. So that's what's in my cup, and it's great.
Well,
is your cup done?
The coffee, I was not going to say that was in my cup. I have like one more sip left.
We just started recording, guys. We just
Big up the drip.
Big up the drip. Thank you to Cafe Barista for providing us with this amazing product, right? And you'll be seeing more of them as our episodes in our season continues, right? So we know what's going on with you, right? You give us a little insight into what's happening with you, figuratively, which is quite a lot going on.
Yeah,
right.
I'm busy a lot.
Yeah, because guys, to get this man in this episode, oh my goodness, I think I have to book him 2 years in advance. So if you all need him, that's what you need to do.
Because I was like, what 4 months we were trying to get this.
Several months.
Yeah.
Several months.
A lot.
Yeah, but good things come to those who wait, and nothing happens before it's time. So here we are today.
Yeah.
All
also,
right.
you have good friends, so
I have good friends.
That helps.
I mean, guys, this is the second Milnerite on my show. It's not by choice. It's just how life goes. Trinity Hall to the world.
What is
right?
Trinity Hall? But we'll move on from that.
He's married to a gremlin, so he really can't say much.
She transferred over. She's a Milnerite. She has a Milnerite Hall name. So fast forward.
I believe that she has a T-Hall jacket. I think she's forever a gremlin. She will bleed green. She'll bleed green. She'll be green. Right? So you have a lot happening. You have a lot going on. And I would only imagine that could only increase the number of things that could potentially annoy you. So, so that leads us to our next segment, which is what boils your water? What is some of your pet peeves? Like tell us about that, because that's a big part of managing your mental health too. And
I will say this before I jump into that boiling water. I have a lot of patience.
Right. That's good.
Which is good, but then I feel like it was bad over time, because for some reason we feel as though you shouldn't have an outlet for these feelings, right? And I realized that over the years, I've been holding a lot of things.
Okay.
And then safely, they all got out. So we'll get to how I release tension.
Okay.
Yeah. But I have a lot of patience, but I don't have time.
Oh my gosh.
Meaning, if you're wasting my time, I don't have time for that. That boils my water. And I don't mean punctuality per se, because I'm somebody who I'm always a few minutes late because I'm doing too much.
So many things.
So I give grace for that. But I mean, if we come and we're doing something, let's do it.
Yeah.
Right?
We're not wasting time.
No. I like the old talk as well, because the old talk is creative energy.
Yes.
But you see, if the old talk shifts into we bad talking somebody, or we're pulling down a project, we're pulling down an idea. No, I don't have time for that. That annoys me. Particularly in recent times, I'm annoyed by that. Yes.
That is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, because especially when you're doing so many things, I mean, I feel like not everybody's going to appreciate your time or respect your time.
Yeah.
Both in terms of punctuality, and in terms of not wasting your time.
But let me give you some more context. It's actually not even about me that much.
Yeah.
I have an issue with people pulling down those who are trying.
Yeah.
That is really what boils my water. So somebody's trying something new, they're engaging in a new project, they're trying to get into a new line of business, and they won't get it right the first time. We've become a people who, for some reason, expect us all to jump out of the womb perfect at everything.
Cancel culture and social media.
And then, that is actually what boils my water. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Like, you see somebody trying something out, they're not perfect. But we cannot slip into this elitist bubble. Yeah. And then what annoys me with that is the ones who are criticizing heavily don't engage in introspection, so they haven't seen their own flaws. Yeah. And sadly, I am gifted with that kind of discernment. Yes. So I see your flaws. I see mine too. Yeah. And I'm working on mine. I see yours. Give that person a chance.
That is so important. Yeah. What you said, you see your own flaws too, because some people don't do that. No, they could point out the splinter in their brother's eyes, but not the plank in their own.
No, you have to.
Yeah. Self-awareness is so important. It's so key these days, but a lot of people don't have it. And we confuse being public. So we're on social media or having no filter, saying what we want. I don't put water in my mouth. And we confuse that with being self-aware. And it's not. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, we have our keyboard tigers out here,
Listen.
They're bad on the keyboard.
Internet trolls.
Yeah, they're bad all day.
Yeah.
All kind of thing. And then they meet them face to face and, hi, how are you going?
Yeah. Ooh.
They pull right in.
Boy, down like badges.
So all these opinions, and I mean, we know the pluses and minuses of social media. I mean, it's definitely a very useful tool. Yes. But also,
yeah,
these keyboard tigers just who sit and go for people without even trying to do something for themselves.
Yeah.
Understanding the difficulties of starting something, the difficulties of venturing into deeper waters as a person as you want to level up. It's tough.
Yeah.
Let's stop beating up our fellow humans like that.
And it's different from just offering constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of people are just like, well, trash.
And then too, I mean, I also feel like you need to know time and place for criticism as well.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because while you may be offering something great, sometimes they come across as you want to be that annoying person who knows it all. Like, listen, so that but come on, give them a chance.
Ricardo feels attacked.
No, give them a chance, you know?
Yeah.
Because okay, I'm a film director. I have my master's in film production. I've been trained to work on international film sets.
Yes.
That's the kind of heavy training I've had. I don't let everybody know what I can do from the jump.
Yeah.
And it's not to say you can't approach me either. I am very approachable.
Yeah.
I will see somebody doing something and I will kind of hold my corner because I'm gauging them if they be willing to receive any advice.
Yeah.
Am I in the right position to do that? Meaning, if I'm here just to because I could come on your set and just sweep up.
Yeah.
Hold a mic, and I will just be quiet.
Right.
If you're really in a bind, I would just come and whisper and say, "You try it and just lower your frame a little bit."
Right. Right.
You know that's how I work. Like,
and when you give a little bit and you see how they receive that, you'll know if you can give more.
I will know if I can give more because also failing is part of learning.
Yeah.
So not saying that I will let them fall off a cliff with their project.
Right.
But if they're kind of bouncing their heads, they're trying to figure it out, give them a chance. Let's see what they can do. And if they're really hitting a wall, I would say, how about you just try and change the angle a little bit. That's the kind of person I am. Like, we can support, we can help, but read the room as well too.
Of course.
Watch the vibe.
Yeah.
And then you can make your approach.
I'm so happy that you have made your career in the area of, well, I guess, theater and film.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think there are a lot of young people who don't know that you can do that locally.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to know that there is somebody who's doing it. Not just, well, I went to school for this and then I'm working in a bank. Not that anything is wrong with that, you know, but if it is your passion and your dream, and I think a lot of parents don't recognize that it can be something viable, right? How has your experience been in this field on a local stage?
Well, I mean, it's been rocky.
Yeah.
And that's me just not sugarcoating it for anyone, you know? And it's not just the arts. I think if you are venturing into doing something that is your passion and making yourself self-sustainable, understand that the first couple of years will be rocky. Yeah. You have to navigate, you have to find the time. Because for me, I was very fortunate, and I have to, of course, big up my place of work. The Tobago House of Assembly created a company called the Tobago Performing Arts Company, TPAC.
Oh, wow.
Big up TPAC.
Big up TPAC.
And TPAC is all about...
Not to be confused with Tupac.
Yeah, not to be confused. Yeah, we're very much alive. And not possibly dead or not dead. We ain't too sure. Right? And TPAC, of course, has all of the areas of the arts. So we have a dance department, drama, music, and film.
Oh, wow.
And it's all about training and development, content creation, and really kind of enhancing that experience from a Tobago perspective using the arts. So I was very fortunate that was created. So now I'm still an army of one in my department. Right. But I've been able to assist and develop other projects within the group outside as well. I've supported other filmmakers in the field as well with their work, you know, starting out is tough, but make the time, work at it every single day. Yeah. Even if I am going to bed and I have 15 minutes before I knock out, I am in a screenwriting book. Yeah. I'm in an acting book. I'm in a cinematography book. Just I'm online. Yeah. Constantly honing my craft because things change. Yeah. Things change, and also I was a teacher, still am to some degree. And I believe that if I am called to help, I have to keep those things fresh so I can use the best techniques of teaching and so on, so assist those who really want the help as well. Is there anything in terms of your experience having been in this field that you would say comes under boiling your water? Because I feel personally as an outsider that it's not really as respected as it could be. Yes. And that's people thinking that it's as simple as just picking up our camera and shooting it. Yeah. It is not that simple. I have to big up a producer. I'm seeing the correct angles. I'm seeing the work put in. Big up to Ricardo. I'm seeing light support. I'm seeing consideration of sun. All these are the things you do. This is not that simple.
It's not.
It's simple. And I will have to also talk about stage.
Yeah.
People think stepping onto the stage and acting is easy.
Yeah.
I will call it acting with a K. That is acting.
Acting with a K.
What we do is craft.
Craft.
It is craft.
Yes.
You have to learn. You have to be vulnerable. You have to dive into the human consciousness.
Yes.
Understand all these things and maneuver this in telling your story. It is a very brave and ambitious and dangerous in some cases endeavor. Yeah, it's a lot. So it boils my water when people think the arts are easy.
Yes.
Filmmaking and cinematography, this is a craft.
Yeah.
You have to know what you're doing because as simple as this, if this camera here was in the wrong spot, matching these shots back after would have been a nightmare.
Yeah.
Absolute nightmare. You know, to be the producer one time.
So, I mean, that is really eye-opening, you know, and just in terms of, and I could tell how passionate you are about it because of the depth that you go into when you're speaking about it, because not everybody knows that. According to you, some people just think it's about picking up a camera and shooting or, you know, learning some lines and going on a stage. You know, I mean, I have limited experience in the theater, you know, but I was in a couple productions in my life. And it really is not as easy as...
It is not.
If you think it looks easy, it's because that person is doing a good job.
And yes.
Yeah.
Although I have a teacher who also says we should elevate this to a level where people cannot say, I can go do that.
Yes.
So there's also that school of thought.
Yes, and there's balance.
So you make so what you see Meryl Streep or some of the others who are amazing. I'm horrible at remembering names by this.
But no, that's good. Good job.
But what you see them do on stage should seem so highly advanced.
Yeah.
That you could be like, nah, let me leave that alone.
And I agree with that.
Simple.
And I think when I say, you know, they make it look easy, you get caught up in that character.
And that's good.
And you forget that person, you know how many people cannot stand Lawrence Fishburne to this day because they still believe he was Ike Turner in that Tina Turner biopic. What's love got to do with it?
Fantastic.
Listen to me.
I hated him for a very long time.
There are so many people that cannot separate who he is as, you know, Lawrence Fishburne is the actor, Ike Turner was the role. No, in their minds, that's Ike. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to hear about that man.
But I appreciate what you're saying because, like, even like for me as a filmmaker, that's the experience I want going to a movie. Yeah. I am not the guy who be like, ooh, nice shot. Ooh, I'm seeing the shot. No, I'm not that guy. Yeah. I sit and I want to take in the story. I want to get lost.
You want to get lost in the story. You want to feel like you're there.
Yeah. If it ain't working for me that way, then that means something ain't working technically. And I'll be like, well, I mean, okay. Yeah. But yeah, I want to get lost, so I appreciate that point where the audience must feel like, you know, they took me so seamlessly into their world. Yes. Suspension of disbelief, and I appreciate that.
And I think that is amazing for your mental health to an extent. Because I mean, if your present is too suspended, then you might have to come see me. But other than that, you know, we need the breaks for mental health from your everyday life. So when you go to a production, you know, a theater production, or you look at a film, you really should be like, for that duration of time, however long it is, you're not in your real world.
And that's why I think the work should be even more supported. Yeah. The arts actually needs a lot more support, particularly in these very difficult times. We are still, I think we can still use the term post-COVID. Yeah. Because of the very heavy emotional and mental ramifications of that period.
That we're still dealing with.
We're still dealing with those. So the arts they do offer some sense of escape. Yeah. Which allows the brain to kind of reset a little bit. Just kind of gently come down from a hard day, come down from these traumatic experiences that are working in the background, allow you to relax a little bit. Yes. And when you leave the theater, of course, you know, you leave that there. Yeah. But you feel a little better. Yeah. And that's what it's about for me.
I love that. That is so beautiful. So tell us, how is your mental health?
Funny you should ask. No, my mental health it's probably fair to find. Let me say that.
With a few scattered showers.
There are a few scattered showers, and I can say it's fair to find because I manage well, I cope well. Yeah. I self-soothe. And then I grew up an only child. So one thing I did a lot was talk to myself. Okay. So I talk myself off that proverbial ledge. I'm like, this is a bad vibe, and right now, you know what? Just kind of calm down. Okay. Bring it right down. Yeah. And then what I would say though is I do work too much. And that is an unfortunate side effect of trying to build the industry that we have, because in Tobago it's pretty much fledged in Trinidad as a more kind of moving film industry, but even then they're still in need of more.
It has its own struggles.
Yeah, so because we're trying to build something from absolutely nothing, it is tough, and I have to keep reminding myself, Rome
was not
that big building over there, and this department and this industry will not be built in a day.
Yes.
Take your time. Do how much you can for the day. Remember that you're also full-time daddy,
full-time
husband,
and
I get licks on both fronts, because sometimes I do too much of the work and I have to shift the gears.
Yes.
You know, so sometimes the balancing act becomes a little bit difficult. I will admit that. It is difficult. I don't beat myself up for it though. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm honestly trying to serve everyone as best I can.
It's all you could do.
It's all I can do. And these days though, I've been putting family and husband first and on top.
Okay.
And let the work has kind of fit, because for a very long part of my life I've been doing this.
The other way around.
And I've seen where that has caused some issues.
Yeah.
So now I'm balancing the scales a little bit better, and maybe allowing for a little bit of an imbalance with work. Because it shouldn't be based on just me. Yeah. It should be based on the systems that we create.
Yes.
The person should not be driving anything.
The system should support the person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Allow for the person to be able to come down. 8 to 4 means 8 to 4. And we should strive to stick to those things. That 8 to 4 really just simply means there's a period for work.
Yeah.
And there's a period where you have to allow your staff to reset, to handle their personal business. Also, as a manager, and where possible, see where your staff may be struggling, give that kind of support.
Try to assist. Yeah. And how did you, I mean, we're going back a little bit, but I don't think I asked you, how did you even get into this field?
Oh, that's a very wonderful question.
I asked them.
So let's go all the way back to Yui, where you know me from.
Yes.
And I don't know if you knew me from Natsai.
No, definitely not.
So let's go there.
I was so side.
So I was actually in Natsai first.
Wow.
So I was doing chemistry and nutritional studies. And all of that just simply to get one chemistry course to transfer to Jamaica to do physiotherapy, which I also love. Yeah, I was into the sciences.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I was heavily into sciences, but heavily into the arts. I was a complete book freak. I would read constantly. Like, I started reading at age 3, and I just kept reading all the time, and I was very much into building these fantasy worlds. Always. So I'm crossing the grass, having left the greatest hall in the history of mankind, Milner Hall. And something that struck me, this is not working. This is after getting an A in chemistry, so I'm clearly...
I mean, you're bright.
I'm a bright boy, right? But it's not feeling right.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love looking back at that moment, because when people say the arts is a calling, it really is a calling. Wow. I was literally called. It's like, this ain't working. And as I was walking around the then admin building, what was actually opposite me was creative arts. I guess, you know, God works like that too.
Look at God.
Yeah?
Yes.
And I transferred completely.
Wow.
So I started a fresh new year of schooling. That was 2007.
Yeah, because
I was a first year again.
Yeah.
You know, in the creative arts, I studied creative arts and literature.
Okay.
Double major.
Wow.
Never do it. It's insane. Yeah, it's a lot. As a matter of fact, I think after our year, we stopped it. They were like, that's probably bad for mental health.
Creative arts and literature.
Yeah, let's not do that together.
That sounds,
but it was a fantastic experience. I met some people there who have now become my lifelong friends, even lecturers.
Yes.
Big up Marvin George, big up Louis McWilliams, all of them. Amazing people, Royal Gibbons, who have shaped the way that I kind of view this world through that creative lens. Yeah. And then, of course, coming out of there, directing plays, writing, and taking a stab at film. Let's talk about film. So
let's talk about film.
Film
what
actually
does film
happened.
Look like? Well, tell me how that happened, and then we'll talk about what does film look like in this landscape.
Right. So I was a teacher, high school teacher at Pentecostal Light and Life High School.
So you were a sir?
Yeah, I was a sir to this day. As a matter of fact, yesterday,
hello, sir.
Walking rituals, sir. And I don't pass my kids straight at all. I beg them up all the time. Yeah. And we entered, quite on a whim, we entered the secondary school's film festival.
Okay.
I was in 2013. We didn't win.
Oh.
No, that's fine, because what it did, it allowed us to really kind of unearth a lot of the hidden talents that were there.
Mm-hmm.
So now after that, I was obsessed, and the kids fed off of my obsession for film, and we continued to do work.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, the next year we actually had a movie that was released in Movie Town in Tobago. Yeah, The Haunted Auditorium, which is in school. We did a horror in school.
Wow.
Then we also won a gazillion amount of prizes at the next.
That is a real number.
Yeah, it's a real number. At the next secondary school film festival.
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually did amazingly well.
Yeah.
And we came second for the overall film. But what was amazing about that, when our film showed, all the schools were ecstatic, losing their mind. The kids get up and they clap and and that was good for the school, because it's a Tobago school, and you know the dynamic of that.
Yes.
But also in the Tobago space, it was one of those newer schools where the kids are set to not be as academically strong. But
so they were able to find a strength.
It was important for me to let them find their own strength through the arts. Those kids left that school, all of them who were part of that film and any others who came after, more confident, more self-aware.
That is so beautiful.
And willing to kind of do their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have students now. One of them, she actually went to study makeup, special effects makeup in Toronto.
That is very cool.
Yeah, there are others who have their own dance companies and so on. So they've been doing their thing, and and it came from them being timid, crazy, wild in their behavior, and just learning the focus of the arts. Learning to believe in themselves, and then to push the envelope. This is what I want, and I'm going to keep working at it. So consistency. So
you've actually been able to see some fruit from seeds that you've planted.
Yeah, I have.
That's a beautiful thing, because not all teachers get to see that. Not all parents get to see that.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, some low moments. Two of the students actually passed away. Actually, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, one from cancer and one who also passed away. I am happy that they also helped me. Because they became the subject of my essay for my scholarship. I'm a Fulbright scholar as well.
Did we say he was bright?
Well,
yes,
he's all right. He's all right.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even put in there just like, this is my life and this is where my heart is.
Yeah.
And they have contributed to me getting to where I am. So I always tell that story, because I'm very grateful for them for giving me of their essence, their time. And I will always kind of celebrate their lives in what I do.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that made me a little.
Yeah.
I feel something in my stomach and in my heart. That is beautiful. And it's nice to know that as a teacher, you're getting something back.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm really happy to, when I see them doing their thing, I'm so happy for them. And that's why anywhere they pass me is a big up, because they know what I do, and they also know I was literally in the corner. Like, their parents wouldn't even worry. The parents know that we're staying late.
Yeah.
I am going to feed them.
And make sure
and I'm dropping them home.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I actually remember dropping home a female student. She would by the door. Yes, later. She don't even care. Because she knew the kind of guy I was. These girls are safe with me.
Yes.
Everyone is safe. This is the mission.
Yeah.
I'm not the second daddy. Don't even play.
That's beautiful.
Who boys that? No.
Exactly.
Pull in. Yeah. No, I was.
Practice for your own daughter.
Yeah.
And
which I'm not ready for that moment of her life. No,
I mean, you have time. You have something. I mean, the time is going quickly, but you have time.
I'll get there.
And in terms of the landscape of film locally, what does that look like for you?
So locally, we are still trying to get out of the blocks. And let me explain what I mean. People are doing projects locally. Locally, we have a lot of commercial filmmakers.
Yeah.
They would do a lot of the event videos and so on. And you're seeing actually phenomenal work locally. But we want to kind of enhance the foundation of it.
Yeah.
We want to enhance the approaches to it. Right? Because there are some techniques that I learned that are useful on an industrial type film set.
Right.
And they may not be there.
Yeah.
But there are some things you can borrow.
Right.
That can enhance your work flow, your work approach, and so on. So that's what I mean by we're still kind of trying to get out of the blocks in terms of getting that part done. And then we want to kind of increase a lot more of the narrative content that we create.
Tell me more.
Right, so we're talking about Tobago, which has a rich cultural tapestry. We're talking about in the myriad of stories that we can tell. We're talking about enhancing our tourism product through filmmaking, and it's actually called film tourism. That is actually what we're trying to do. Yeah. It's a term that is used to describe how using a film can do two things. It can attract an audience.
Right.
So you see a film, you see a beautiful landscape, and you're like, oh wow.
Where is that? I want to go there.
Which happened for The Hobbit.
Right.
That's why everyone goes to New Zealand.
Yeah.
And they still have all the houses there. This is a whole thing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's one side of things. And then there's the other side of things where we would like to encourage more productions coming here to use this as your landscape to shoot. So that's what film tourism offers. It shows people the prospects of here as a shooting space.
Wow.
And also the prospects of Tobago as a destination.
Yeah.
So all of those things are what we would want to enhance, and we can do that if we have more people, even if it's your smaller project that you think ain't going nowhere. But I mean, the internet is yours. It is your world.
Pretty much.
It's your universe.
Yeah.
You want to enhance how people think about the work you're doing now. So always know that this is your project, but you are an ambassador for this space.
Wow.
Because you've chosen to do this.
You're an ambassador for this space.
Yeah, you're an ambassador for Tobago.
Yeah.
So therefore, be very aware of what your background looks like.
Yeah.
Even if it has to look a little ratty and so on, I'm saying if that is linked to your story, tell that story well.
Yeah.
Really think it out. Ensure that your production design works for what you want. Like right now, we have a beautiful setting here.
Cinro Manor Villa and Spa. Hello.
That is really kind of enhancing the calm, and my mental health is quite balanced right now. But
We're
I'm
happy
saying
to help.
And that is now thought given into your production design.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to encourage them to do, because now you're not just selling your story, you're selling the space.
Yeah.
Be aware of that.
You're not just selling your story, you're selling the space. That's beautiful. And so we were actually talking about your mental health.
Yes.
How do you relax? How do you manage your stress? You have 10 million hats that you're wearing.
Yeah.
Right? And you have these 2 children and a wife. Right? And then, how does Jared take care of himself?
Well, I take care of myself with the drip. Okay. Big up the drip. Big up the drip. All right. The shot.
Hello.
Okay.
All angles, yes.
Right. So coffee helps. I mean, and that's probably something I learned. Well, I was addicted before.
Right.
But the full addiction happened when I was on set in the blistering cold of upstate Florida.
Is that where you...
Yeah, because I studied in...
blistering cold of upstate Florida? Okay.
People think Florida is like... It's not this. No. Up in Tallahassee, that's northern Florida.
That's right.
Where it's blistering cold, and I always remember 1 a.m. being on set and warming my hands against a 1K light because it's super hot. And just keeping that energy going. We also live on coffee. Filmmakers live on coffee. Just
Cafe Barista.
Yeah.
Get that drip.
You gotta get that drip.
Yeah.
I also work out as a lot.
Okay, good.
One, helps to release the endorphins.
That's right.
Trying to keep myself a little slimish.
Hello.
Again there.
Smexy. We got it.
And also, I have kids.
Yeah.
You gotta keep up.
Ooh, energy.
You have to keep up.
That's why you need the coffee.
Yeah. Big up the drip. Second endorsement. All right.
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean, these are the things that help me. And funny enough, I like to also look at a lot of old series on repeat. Like it's something I have kind of in the background. It's weird, right? So get ready.
Okay.
Right?
I'm ready.
Seinfeld.
That is not bad.
It's not bad, but I would want to encourage anyone who wants to understand the true scansion and shape of comedy.
Yes.
Look at Seinfeld.
Okay.
You will understand sitcom, which is situational comedy.
Oh, I always thought it meant comedies you watch when you sit.
No. but that's funny though. I like that.
I always thought that's what it was. You sit down and you watch the comedy. Sitcom.
That's my new tweet on it.
I like that though. I mean, that makes more sense. Think about it.
So situational comedies is like things happen, and then random things happen, and then random things happen, and most times it's in one space.
Yeah.
Seinfeld does it because Jerry Seinfeld is actually an amazing writer.
Right.
And the shape of every episode.
He's also a comic, right? A real life stand-up comic. Yeah.
So that kind of helps me, like, unconsciously it seeps into the background. I understand story and shape and comedy even better because I look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. I also am into anything with folklore. Yeah, so they're rare, but I find them. There's actually something new on Apple TV right now called The Changeling.
The Changeling.
Starring Lakeith Stanfield and a few others.
I like me some Lakeith.
Yeah, so just because of Lakeith, I'm going to dive into that. And then I saw a little bit of Brazilian folklore. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
All again, no, that is it.
Yeah.
What else do I look at? In terms of comedy, there's a series on Netflix called Dairy Girls.
I've heard about it. I've never looked at it.
It is ridiculously funny.
Okay.
But let me tell you why I like it.
Yeah.
There's a constant back and forth about how to get our products to travel.
Yeah.
And still maintain their authenticity. Or authenticity. That's
you got it. You got it.
Second wrong word there. Right?
The lack of coffee.
Yeah, and another drip. And they are from a territory called Derry in Ireland.
Okay.
And the accent is strong, like the blue drip. It's really strong. And what I appreciate is this product is selling.
Yeah.
They didn't change it. And but it still makes me think about how we do that.
Yes.
Right? Because our accent can be a lot to take in.
Yes.
People will love it, but it's finding your audience. But also how they navigate.
It's two sets. The Trinidadian accent is different from the Tobagonian accent.
But we both have the same struggle.
Yeah.
Penetrating the market is the same struggle.
Yeah.
Right? Even in terms of Jamaica, Jamaica is further ahead than we are. And Jamaica has cleaned up their accent quite a lot just to penetrate the market.
Yes.
So it's about maybe what is the approach. And I'm not here to knock anyone's approach.
Yeah.
Some people say they ain't changing their business. That is fine. Understand what that means. And it just means a longer journey.
Yeah.
Right? Others who will switch it up. I would hope that when you get there, you bring it right back so that people really get the essence of the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. It's very important for us to still be ourselves. So that's why that series is important to me. One, it's ridiculously funny, well written too.
Yeah.
Really well written. Like inside the comedy, I tearing up inside as in like legit tears.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a crier as well too. It's nice.
And I love that as a man, you felt comfortable to say that.
No,
that is important.
No, because you will explode. Listen, and let me tell you how that's important. And men are so ridiculous. We are. I'm sorry, we are.
Say it again.
Men can be. Let me change the line. Men can be ridiculous with all our strength and power.
Yes.
Right? And when a man feels powerless, he will be held back by armies.
Yeah.
And still with all the rage and tears flowing out of his eyes.
Yeah.
He's not sure why. And it really is because when men are powerless, they cry.
Yeah.
When the power is stripped and there's no other avenue,
you cry.
A man
That's
cries.
A release.
And I'm saying, why do we need to wait to get to that extreme moment for your valves to kind of come down and for you to balance?
Yeah.
No, cry. It's all right. Even if you cry in a room where nobody sees you, get it out.
It's super good for your mental health.
Yourself, get your mental health back. It's okay to cry. Maintain the exterior if that's your vibe, but give yourself that moment. Yeah. To be human. Be human.
Sesame Street said it. It's all right to cry.
Yeah.
I like Sesame Street. Classic Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Not trash. Anyway.
Almost will.
I'm not about it. Yeah. So you have a lot. You have your exercise and you have your comedy, your sitcoms, right?
But also heavy drama too. Like the point I'm making is I watch things to relax.
Yeah.
Things that because I'm also somewhat, I guess, of a film nerd. Yeah. Not in terms of the heavy historical things. Yeah. But the point is, I'm always looking at something to learn something new, to learn a new approach. I appreciate this break of the rule in terms of how they shot the scene. Right. All those things are nice.
All the technical things that you have that insider knowledge. Yes.
And also just kind of being very much acquainted with comedy. Yeah. So even like The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
I love that.
Fabulous.
That writing is sharp and she's very good.
Fabulous. You may not think so, but Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I love that show. That's Ricardo. Yes, we love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Absolutely fabulous.
That writing. But you see, that's also that they have that timing because Saturday Night Live and this hamburger
also on amazing.
That. Yeah.
Also amazing.
Yeah.
You know, so looking at those things kind of help my brain to work in a different space.
Yeah. Yeah.
That helps me. Helps me just to be calm.
Look at you.
Yeah.
All these complexities. I see you, Jared Prima. I like it. I like it a lot.
I know.
Well, we're so happy that you were able to come and spend some time with us today in Tobago at the beautiful Cinro Manor Villa and Spa. There's a spa on site.
I need to get into that.
Right? So if you want, you can come and you can get your massage, your facial, your pedicure, your manicure. You could even book it where you can get your massage poolside. They have things here, here saying things.
No, the water is amazing. I'm also a swimmer, so this. I'm constantly looking at this water. It's
Ricardo's mad. He didn't bring a change of clothes, or else would have been in there too.
There we go.
Yeah, we had such a good time having you here and learning so much about film and seeing how that connects in various areas of your life with mental health.
Yeah.
We're so appreciative of you. So is there anything else that you would want to share with our viewers, including how do we find you? Because you said you have a company of your own and then you work with
Yeah, so I am freelancing now for myself. So you can find me on Instagram, jaredprima film. JAREDPRIMA film. Or you can find me on Instagram as Mr._Jerry Jagger. That one you had to get my permission. I get an invite.
He's not gonna add everybody who adds in there, guys.
But on the Jared Prima film, I post lots of tidbits, tricks that I see other people. I repost things from international filmmakers and they give me a little big up. It's like, hey, thanks for that.
Nice.
Just sharing the love around.
Yeah.
So you can find me there. A lot of my films are probably online still. You can find me on YouTube as well. Or look for my company, my then company, Triple Spades Studios. So you'll find stuff there as well. And I have some stuff coming up.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah,
my interest is peaked.
Yeah, early next year you're gonna see some stuff. You're gonna be getting into production very soon.
Awesome.
And meeting some hard shots this round.
Please keep us posted. We would love to be able to come support you and see you in your element. Even if you're behind the screen, so to speak. Yeah. Behind the camera. We love to see your work and be able to support you because we love to support local especially. Yeah. Because we have talent here too and we want to be able to show it and support it.
They got the LCJ
Delights, right? Guys, this cocoa shell bay leaf is fire. And she has amazing flavors. She has turmeric and ginger.
Ooh, that's good.
Listen, vervine and cinnamon. It's the real deal. And, we want to support our local businesses as well. Right? So thank you so much, Jared, for being here.
It was a pleasure.
Right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Cinro Manor Villa and Spa. Make sure you don't want to miss this. Come and have your own experience. It's going to be worth it. Okay? We're so happy to be here in Tobago. The sun is killing, but we're doing this for you. Okay, viewers, we're doing this for you. Right? A extra special thanks to LCJ Delights, right? Who provided what was in my cup, and also to Cafe Barista. Thank you so much.
Big up the drip.
Big up the drip, right? They give me strength, which is Jared's favorite. But we also have Perk Me Up if you want something, a little lighter, right? But still just as good. All you coffee addicts, get at it. Cafe Barista, all you tea lovers, LCJ Delights, especially if you're in Tobago. But if you're not in Tobago, you can also get it online. All right. So again, thanks for being here with us as we discuss the mental health actual factuals. Right. This has been our special guest, Jared Prima. I am jvaldez, your host and counseling psychologist. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye. And see you.